This kinetic novel is intended for mature audiences of age 18 or older. It contains mature sexual themes and explicit imagery. By clicking accept, you confirm that you are at least 18 years old. His cheeks are out. Hey everybody, welcome to our weekly Let's Try series. Today we're trying out Reincar? I think it's Reincar, like reincarnation is probably what the name of the game is. And I'll probably have to censor this one. Chapter 1. How you doing, bud? Oh, his dick's out. What? Is this a prank or something? His ball's out. Where even am I? Who would even be dumb enough to pull this kind of shit joke? There's a lot of art out the gate, damn. Wait. Yeah, I was kidnapped. No. I'm broke. Then again, who would even... Uh-huh. What is that? Dude must be rich to be able to afford that kind of realistic fursuit. Wow. Wait. Maybe I really was kidnapped. Would he be the one who did it? No. It wouldn't make any sense. Is it really a bad prank then? But in case it isn't, should I wake them up? Never mind. I don't know him. I'll just leave and call the police once I'm safe. So unimpressed by waking up tied in the woods. Unfazed by crazy apparent wolf fursuiter that he just is ready to accept. So fursuits exist in this universe. So we have a rare furry VN human protagonist that is unfazed by seeing a giant wolf man because they're like, cool fursuit. Anyway. Hey, dude, wake up. Huh? He thought he was opening his mouth to see the person inside. Whoops. What were you trying? What? I asked, what were you doing with my mouth? Oh, this is gonna be hell to censor. Alright. Did you kidnap me? Because, I tell you, if you did, you picked the wrong dude. I don't have shit. My grandparents are dead and didn't have shit either, so I don't have any money to give you. My health is shit too. You can't find anyone with worse organs than me. I drink, eat fast food every day, smoke every time I can too. Just the sweating. The expression on the wolf. It's incredible. Please don't hurt me. I won't call the cops if you let me go, I promise. I'm not going to hurt you or do anything with you. I found you sleeping in my camp yesterday. Planning on asking you who you are once you woke up, but I ended up falling asleep too. Thank God, that was the most scary moment of my life, dude. I thought you were about to sell my organs. I mean, I wake up butt naked, and then there's like a way too tall dude in a fursuit, all angry. I don't want to sound mean, but you can understand why I'd be scared. Then what happened? Did you really find me naked and tied up, just chilling on the grass? Yes, though I was the one to tie your hands up. Wait, what? Well, you were all naked and in my camp, so I tied up your hands just to be safe. So you're telling me the first thing you think of doing when you find someone naked asleep in the forest during your little camping trip or whatever it is that you're doing here is to tie their hands up just to be safe. Good expression. This is a real commitment to kinetic novel where they're doing like an animatic basically. Jesus Christ. It's my first time seeing someone like you, so I didn't know if you were dangerous or not. What are you even saying? I never saw someone of your species before. What was I supposed to have done? Dude, this is not the time to be role-playing. Please try to understand my goddamn situation. There's a real level of, what's it called? Shit. The thing where you, damn it. Suspension of disbelief. It's like, holy shit, man. This guy's like 12 feet tall. This is a really impressive hogger fursuit that you're looking at. Please try to understand my goddamn situation. What's role-playing? Please stop fucking with me. I really need you to take the situation seriously. I can't help you if I can't even understand what you're saying. What do you want me to do? Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Okay, let's just pause for a second. Yesterday evening, I went to bed around 11 p.m. My front door was locked, and considering where I live, whoever kidnapped me had to have been seen. I still need to try to get back before whoever put me here comes back. So, can you at the very least, tell me where we are? In the forest. Are you seriously doing this right now? Breathe. In what region are we? I meant. What about the country? he's so nervous. They don't know what. Okay, he doesn't have countries here. It's just the woods. It's just wolves in the woods, apparently. He's having an existential meltdown. What an expression. Oh, he has one up thing and one down thing. I've like never seen that before. You're joking. You are joking, right? You know what? Fuck you. Fuck this. I'ma just go. I don't have the time for this. The team's probably furious and trying to contact me while I'm stuck here with a goddamn creep. Who even goes camping in their fucking fursuit? Uh-huh. Actually a really funny premise to have somebody just not... Somebody who knows what fursuits are just not be fazed at all by actually encountering a werewolf. Just not even for a moment considering its possibility of being real. What's a fursuit? Rustle, rustle. Uh-huh. How we feeling about that? You better go back to that guy and see if he knows where food is. Oh, that's the Yggdrasil. That's a whole new bag of worms. What even? Oh. No one expects the realistic penis gravity animation. Mind pulling me back up? Phew. Thanks for untying me. What's your name? It's Assel. Where's it from? I don't know. What's up with you? What do you mean? I mean, what you're wearing. Why are you here in the forest wearing that kind of stuff? What? It's more comfortable to move around in. It's not like I'm expecting to bump into people around here, so it's never been an issue. Whatever. It's really weird and uncomfortable to have you standing around wearing that while I'm all naked. He was complaining about being naked, and now he wants to remove my clothes too? Maybe it's how their species do things. Are you really asking me to remove it? Dude, try to relate a bit. The situation's fucked up. I don't even understand how you can remain this chill. Look at this view. This place... This can't be real. Like, I see all this, these landscapes, this giant tower, whatever it is. I see all of it. When I try to figure out what's happening, my mind goes... poof. It stops. I know I should be panicking, or at least, I guess I should. It's like I'm walking on the edge of a cliff. You walked off a cliff 1 second ago, and every time I try to look down, my body freezes, as if to keep me from panicking. But I am on this cliff's edge. I am looking at everything, but instead of my body freezing, it's my thoughts that are. They're shaken. I must have done something wrong. Maybe I should just remove them? We're having a very confusing cultural exchange right now. Hopefully with this, they'll forgive me for tying them up, or at least should calm them down. That's not gonna calm anyone down. Those are the size of my head. I try to hide myself. Perhaps I'll turn around. What if they take it the wrong way? Wait, they're not looking? I've removed them and they're not looking? I've removed them. Are you not looking? For now, it just feels good to know that I'll see a human face after I get to figure all this shit out. Oh, he still thinks he's gonna take off a fursuit. Instead, he's gonna get fat balls. There's progress. But this is way too awkward. No, I can't let myself get embarrassed. It's just a cultural thing. I'll get used to it, as long as they calm down. That's the important part. So thoughtful. I don't understand. I don't understand how any of this is possible. Fuck, let's just leave. I feel like my brain will bleed if I look out at it for even one more second. What's up with this face? Did I do something wrong again? This is getting ridiculous. What is wrong with you? Why'd you remove the clothes? I like how he's... I don't know if it's fully intentional, but I read it as like... I'm like... He said, why did you remove the clothes? And I was like, oh, it's funny. Because you would normally say, why'd you remove your clothes? But he thinks it's a fursuit. So it's like the clothes of the fursuit. Like it's separated from the person... From being like his clothes in his head. Well, you asked me to remove them. I asked you to remove the whole suit, not just the accessories. What's your deal, dude? What's my deal? What more can I do? I'm as naked as I can be. I know you're lost or something like that, but I don't... You don't have to take it out on me. Okay, then I'll fucking remove it myself. This is the second time you've touched me. Make one more step toward me and I'll tie you back up. That's it. I'll... Stop. Cut. What? That was awesome, guys. And I think with that, we're done with the demo here. Oh. It's not a... This isn't canon. This is we're at a video game. Thank you both really for this performance. But more importantly, thank you, whoever's reading this currently, for making it to the end of the demo. This is a big project, and just this demo has taken a long time to work on. This project will be released through chapters and tomes, and what you saw there wasn't even 10% of the first chapter, so as you can guess, it's a lot of work. If you're interested in the project, please do share the demo and follow me on itch.io for the public updates. And for those that wish to see the project's evolution in real time, feel free to join the fancy tip jar that is my Patreon, where you can see behind the scenes stuff like scripts, storyboards, character designs, and exclusive sketches. Also, now that you've finished the demo, you can go check out the extras. I hope you enjoyed this small demo and that you have a good day. Bye. The cheeks are out again. All right, well, that's going to take significantly longer to censor than it did to play. Yeah, this has been Reincar. What's in the extras? Penis. Unsurprisingly. What do we got here? Big old wolf design. This is the first design of Vassal, the wolf man seen in the demo. Since then, his design has changed a lot, either for aesthetic reasons, but also because the first design, the character and their backstory changed a lot. The character is now much bulkier, has less accessories, has lost his scars, but no matter how much time passed, he still kept that killer bulge, woo. Is his name Reincar? No. Did he previously have monster designs? I've always had huge issues when drawing faces and organic expressions. I now have less of a hard time with anthro faces, but human faces are the bane of my existence. This page is basically an attempt to get used to the characters' faces, and while I'm still having a hard time, it still helped me a bit. I did a lot of these pages, but I'm not the kind to save sketches, so this may be the one of the few lucky survivors. Yet another one of the sketches pages I had done, and while I had liked the faces I had drawn, I didn't feel like the vibe I had in mind for Eliot. It didn't feel like the vibe I had in mind for Eliot. You can also see the first designs I had come up with when it comes to clothing and all. No collarbone. Has collarbone. Ooh. How anthros and their anatomy works is something I sometimes think about, and here I just thought about maybe I could have Assel not have any collarbone. I'm not sure why. Haha. Okay. Do wolves not have collarbones? They might not. Anatomically, they don't even shake the same way and so on. So it's the question of whether or not the similar things would happen once they're anthro. All the rules are outside the window anyway when you have anthros, because you're literally just arbitrarily picking which things you get from the original species and which things you get from human, which is the anthro part. And you just mix and match anything you want. That's why furries have so much customization. When I first got my iPad tablet, I wanted to try it out and made this. And while I like it, I experimented a bit with how the scar under the left eye would look, and I think it's a bit too much. Same for the, like, I don't know, the English word. I don't know the English word, but like the animal versions of mustaches. While I love that on anthro faces, it doesn't feel the vibe I have in mind for Assel 03. Oh. The whiskers? Whiskers. I was like, what is a... I was like, what's an animal mustache? I was like, is this a... For a second there, I'm like, is this a French exclusive term? I'm like, oh, right, whiskers. Gotcha. It took me a minute. That's a penis. I wanted to practice my values and painting skills, and, well, this piece is one that definitively helped me figure out some things, and it was both fun and helpful to work on. Also, when I did this, I completely had forgot to ask the scars, and when I noticed I was too lazy to go back and add them, and it was kind of from that moment that I started to like his look more without the scars. Forgot to add the scars, not ask the scars. I was like, did it say that? Yeah, it does say ask the scars. Whoops. That's a lot of art. Did this start as a webcomic? Back in like July 2021, I think, is the moment when I had made a leap of faith and started a comic of a very early version of the story, which was itself based on a written test, based again on an erotic world-building project I've been working on for some time. However, it was my first comic project I did, and since I knew I wouldn't be able to quite put my vision on paper, I decided that I'd freely experiment with how I make it, changing style, amounts of work on each pages, and all that. And it was a really good idea to do so, because while I stopped the comic after 12 pages, by the end of it, I had already figured out a good way to work and paint my art. If not for all of these pages, even the ones that makes me cringe when I look at them, it would have taken me much more time. There's the big man's. Don't even dare try escaping again. Just says demon. It's just the whole top half of his body's covered in blood, and then he's just underwear bulge. That's just that's quite an introduction to a character. Damn. A lot of text here, but I'm not gonna read all of it necessarily. Well, I don't have as much to talk about here compared to the previous extra. I won't go into why I stopped the comic. If you want to know, the first or so devlogs on the itch.io page should explain it. I want to say that these last 2 pages are like the moment where I just got it and figured out what I wanted and how to achieve it. And while the comic project can't be called a success due to their early stop, it's definitely a success when it comes to using the project as a learning exercise, and I'm so happy to have worked on it. Reincar, before being a visual novel, is an erotic world-building project of mine I've been working on bit by bit for years now, and at the time, the goal was for it to be the base of a one-player tabletop RPG project, so obviously, with the RPG aspect, I felt like I should basically have a huge catalog of species available, and with that in mind, I created 20 or so main families and sentient species, with each having a varying number of subfamilies and all that. Here you can see, from left to right, Venmire, Paulu, Kilton, and Kins. Here's 3 other from left to right: Lofan, Moonkin, and Ursian. That one likes their tail. They're all coiled up. Large mans. With a bunch of, oh, they got like little spirit moth things coming out of their gourd. It looks Tanuki inspired. I haven't finished each and every species showcase, and I had started as practice doing them in one sitting and all, and while I couldn't finish it, I do plan on going back to do that. Ooh. After the comic, I finally had worked enough on the character to understand I just like drawing simple faces, so with that in mind, not trying to draw more than I know I can, I decided to draw Eliot with a simple face. Test it out and see if it would fit the vibe in my mind. And it does, especially since it's so flexible. More importantly, however, it's just fun to draw. I'm so jealous. I don't know how to draw facial expressions for shit, so I just sit there and agonize over it for a long time every time. To be honest, Azel's drawing Azel's drawing, apart from the earlier versions, didn't change that much. And here, the only goal was to practice light on an anthro face and gain some serotonin boost by drawing his smile. Happy wolf. Finally, after a long time, I also decided to change a bit of my style to be a bit more cartoony, and while I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, it's mine, as I really like to find interesting shapes and use in character drawings, and exaggerate them. Nothing to see here, just a cover I came up with. It's a bit too much on the nose, but still, I like it. Hey, this one has a censored block all on its own. Big demon creatures. Big demon creatures in furry universe where they're like 30% genitals. By volume. Alright, well, that's all we got to look at here. That's a crazy start for a visual novel. This is gonna be a ton of work. It's probably gonna be a pretty short, rapid moving story, even when it's done, because the crazy amount of production that goes into every second of it. That's always fun though. And anytime you have a story, like the closer you get to anything approaching like animatic or animation fully, that just is really expressive in its storytelling, that always means that you're putting a ton of work into visuals, which usually means paying a fair amount of attention to pacing and story and details along the way, because it takes so long to make any of it. So everything kind of has its own intent and has a reason to be there. Whereas if you rely really heavily on sprites that you can just write infinite text under, then the story ends up being longer than any real print novel has ever been, and that's always a danger. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how this project plays out. But for now, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I will see you next time. Wish me luck putting black little sensor boxes everywhere, just all over the place for an hour.